Hey ladies, I'm back for Really Reels this time. Coming on just to um, make a new start video. We're gonna do our next cycle of IVF, and we've already had our first consultation with the RE again. I did my day 3 blood work already, and they also had me do a sonohistogram, which is not the one with the dye. That was the first question I asked them. Is that the one with the dye? Because I did not like that one. That one hurt. But this one is just saline, and the RE. My RE is actually the one who did it, and she said everything looked perfect. I didn't get the results of the day 3 blood work yet, but she said she wasn't expecting anything to be off there because I'm young and healthy. Yay! So we have our appointment with her Friday to go over those results and to decide when we're going to start. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the end of January, beginning of February, somewhere like in that 2 weeks. So I'm really excited. I'm wicked nervous, but I'm really excited. The reason I'm nervous and the reason I've been nervous like the last year and a half of my life is when I got pregnant the first time, and it's going to sound like a broken record for some of you who have seen my videos before, but when I got pregnant last time at 9 weeks, I started getting heart palpitations. And what it felt like was that my heart was skipping a beat. Like if I would feel I would feel a flip-flop in my chest right here. And when I would feel my pulse, while that was happening, I could feel it pause for a minute and then start back, not a minute, like a second, like I felt like it was missing a heartbeat. So I had gone to the doctors, and they did some testing, and they told me it's normal in pregnancy. You have more blood flow, your hormones are doing different things. So I'm just curious if anybody who subscribes to me, any of you other women who have been pregnant, if any of you have had that sensation. So I ended up having a miscarriage at 19 weeks, which was pretty traumatic, but what can you do? That's what happened. It's been rough dealing with it, but we have to move on, because if I don't, I'm never going to try again. But once I lost the baby, I had heart palpitations for like those following 2 weeks, and they were really bad during those 2 weeks, and then they just went away. And then they would come back like right around ovulation, and then maybe during my cycle, and some months I would have none. So since they started, I've had 3 rounds of blood work, 2 EKGs. I wore a 24-hour Holter monitor. I had a chest x-ray. I had a stress test where they put all these stickers on you and put you on a treadmill and get you up to what they say your maximum heart rate is. Mine was 190. I think the formula is 220 beats per minute minus your age. So I was 30 at the time. Now I'm 31. But anyway, yeah, I was freaking out the whole time because I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I kept asking him, "Do you see anything? Does it look normal? Is it okay?" And he was like, "Oh, it's boring. You look fine. It looks fine." So, and then the last thing I had, because recently, I had gone to see my midwife again, and we were talking about the heart palpitations again and all the tests that I had done, and she was like, "Did you ever have an echo?" And I said no, but I mean, I had all these other tests, and she's like, "Oh, you should really get an echo." So of course, it scared me. A few months later, when I saw my doctor again, I talked to him about it, and he's like, "Well, let me take a listen again." So he listened with the stethoscope, and he's like, "Well, I don't hear anything. It sounds like a perfectly normal beating heart to me." And I was just like, "Are you sure? You sure?" And he's like, "Well, why don't we see what the echo says?" And I was like, "Do you think I need it? Do you hear something? Do you really think I need it?" And he said, "I think you need it mentally." So he sent me to get the echo, and the nurse that did it told me right away that everything looked perfectly normal, everything sounded normal. And so long story short, all of those tests, there have been no abnormalities. Every single test I've had done has come back totally normal. The only thing I can say is that when I had the 24-hour Holter monitor, they saw tons and tons of palpitations. I know they called them PVCs, premature ventricular contractions. And the way my doctor described it to me is that your heart just, it's beating normally, and then two beats come too close together, so it pauses to correct the rhythm. And he said your heart is not skipping a beat, just the rhythm is a little screwed up. So is the rhythm up here. But anyway, I've been it just really is a source of severe anxiety for me. And lately I've been getting them like the entire 2 weeks between ovulation and my cycle. And I'm not pregnant, so it's just frustrating, you know, because I thought they were, when they went away after, I thought they were just gone for good. But anyway, I need to just say whatever. If they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. Maybe when I get pregnant, the hormones will balance out or something and I won't get them. Or maybe I will. And if I do, whatever, I'll deal with it because it's worth it, right? So, yep, that's my story for now. I have like I said, I have the appointment on Friday, and we'll find out where we go from there. I'm totally psyched. I think I'm ready. My husband's definitely ready, but he's been totally awesome this whole time. He's just so strong and so faithful and so loving. I cannot say one bad thing about him. He's the most amazing man I've ever met, and I hope that everybody I know gets to experience love like this at some point in their life, because it's just, it makes life worth living. He makes life worth living. And I just want to give him a family, you know, other than me. So I would appreciate your prayers. Anybody who subscribes to me, anybody who sees this, if you are a faithful Bible believing person, I would appreciate your prayers. And I'll be more than happy to pray for all of you. I do anyway, the people on here who I follow. That's it. I'm not going to keep rambling on. I'm sure I'll make another video this weekend, whether it's good news or bad, but hopefully it's going to be good news. I'm going to believe that it's going to be good news. So, yeah. I will see you then. Bye-bye.